Hey y'all, my name is Avery Connor and I am a sophomore at the University of Tennessee, and I'm so excited to start this YouTube channel because it's been something I've been wanting to do since I was like a senior in high school, and it's finally here and I finally built up the courage to do it. I sat down in front of the camera, have no idea what I'm doing, have no idea how to edit, no idea how to do lighting. I have no idea about anything, but I'm just so glad it's finally in action and not an idea. And I hope you guys give me a little bit of leeway on those aspects because this is my first one. But I hope within the next few videos you guys can learn a little bit more about me and why I wanted to start this YouTube channel in the first place. It's something that is really important to me, and I had a lot of support on people telling me do it, do it, do it. So I finally did it, and I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys like this video. And if you like me, please like and subscribe. I would love it so much to finally get this up and running, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. Bye. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is prime my skin, and I've already moisturized and did my serum. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this Estee Edit stick, and I take it and I rub it on my nose. And honestly, my nose doesn't have many pores. I just use it because that's where I normally get sweaty. Even in the winter, I still sweat around my face. I don't sweat anywhere else, but my face just continues to sweat. The next thing I'm going to do is amazing, and I live by this stuff. This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is in the purple one. I've used the pearl and I like it just as much. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of this and put it on my face. I use this even when I'm not wearing makeup. So the next thing that I'm going to do is take my foundation, and I use the Estee Lauder Doublewear. I actually didn't like this at first, but the more I've used it and the more my skin has gotten used to it, I love it. And I get so many compliments on it, so this is what I've been sticking to and I really like it. I'm in the shade 3 and 2 Wheat. So I just take a little bit of this. Ooh, that's too much. The one thing I don't like about this is it doesn't have a pump, and my messy self needs a pump. I know you can buy them, but I feel like if I'm paying $42 for a foundation, it should honestly come with a pump. But that's just my opinion. This might look a little bit too dark for me right now, but I have a spray tan on everywhere else but my face. I've actually been using the Jergens foam in like deep dark, and it is amazing. And I have been like tried and true for like Loving Tan and Saint Tropez and stuff, and Jergens is just as good, so I don't really have a problem with spending less money on something that gets me just as tan. This just has a really it can be really full coverage if you build it up, or it can be just like a medium coverage, and that's what I like. And on a normal day when I'm not filming, this look can take me from like 15 to 20 minutes, so it really doesn't take a really long time. So my foundation is done. I'm going to go into the Becca, what is this called? Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I don't do this every day, but today I just feel like my eyes are kind of dark. I normally just put this in like a triangle underneath my eye. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my concealer, and if you don't have this stuff, you need to get it. This is the Tarte ShapeTape, and I use light medium. And now I'm telling you, when I am pale as I can get, this shade's way too dark, but I try to stay spray tan, so this shade's perfect. Especially for this look, I just like to kind of brighten my under eyes. And I go a little bit on my forehead, just to brighten that, on the tip of my nose, on the sides of my nose because I do get redness right there, and on the chin. Okay, I'm going to blend my concealer with this Real Techniques brush. Especially mixed with that Becca stuff, I feel like it just gives me the prettiest under eye. And even though this is so full coverage, I feel like you can blend it out to where you still look sort of natural. Okay, and to set my face, I use the Mercier translucent setting powder. I love this stuff. Actually, not to set my face, just my under eyes and where I put my concealer. And I've kind of gone back and forth between a beauty blender and a brush. But I have noticed even when I use a new beauty blender, I kind of break out. I'm not sure if my face just doesn't like a beauty blender, not like all that moisture, but the brushes normally work for me. I also go down the sides of my nose. I feel like this is kind of what helps my contour a little bit. And around my lips. The next thing that I'm going to do is set the entire of my face. I think today I'm just going to use the Benefit. Kind of like this one a little bit more. It's a little bit more full coverage. And I don't really put this where I just put the translucent powder, but I go where I'm about to put my bronzer and on my neck. This just makes it a little bit easier to blend. So the next thing that I'm going to do is bronze. And what I've been doing to bronze and contour is using this. This is amazing. I got this for Christmas from my friend. She gave it to me. It is a Tarte palette. Let me show it to you. It's amazing. I've taken everything out of it, but so you get a highlight, 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a lot of eyeshadows. And this eyeshadow, this is what I'm using for my eyeshadow look. I like how I can do everything with this. My favorite bronzer of all time is in the Becca and Chrissy Teigen palette, but you know, I use that within like 3 weeks. I'm addicted to bronzer. This bronzer in the Tarte palette, let me see what it's called. It doesn't have a name, so I'm just gonna take it on this kind of small-ended brush, tap off the excess, and go right under my cheekbones. I probably look crazy doing this right now, but I don't like looking super chiseled. I like more of a bronze look than an extreme contour. And when I get my makeup done and I have a contour, I look at myself and I'm like, whoa, I look crazy. I think it's a perfect like medium toned color. I also like to put some on my bottom lip too. I always ask if I get lip injections and I'm like, no, never. Just know how to line my lips. And honestly, Jessie James Decker taught me that. I like started watching her videos in like junior year of high school when she would like film them in her bathroom, and that's kind of what got me started in makeup. Okay, so what I'm going to use to bronze is this Milani Soleil Baked Bronzer. See, it's just, it kind of gives you a little bit of a glow, which I really like. Even in the winter, because I'm filming in the winter right now and most people are really dark with their makeup, but I still like to stay bronzy all year round, so that's what I do. I'm going to go a little bit on my nose, on the lips, chin, neck, kind of all the places that I just put that contour on, but a little bit less precise with it. I just kind of put it everywhere. So the next thing I'm going to do is do a blush. Like I was saying, I'm going to take this shade from the Tarte palette. It has a little bit of glow in it. Honestly, when I wear this, I don't feel like I need a highlight, but I always put on a highlight. So I'm just going to take this little e.l.f. brush. I actually love their brushes. I feel like you don't really have to spend a lot on brushes. So now I'm going to move on to eyes. I'm going to wait till after I do my eyes to do my highlight because I normally never know what I'm going to do. So the first thing that I'm going to do with my eyes is take this kind of thick brush and go in with the shade Magical, which is this kind of yellow toned shadow. It's kind of like this color of my skin. And I just like to take this and put it all on my eyelid. This just creates a really good base for eyeshadow since I already put concealer there. And a little bit underneath my eyes as well. This eyeshadow look is very easy to achieve. This is just like my go-to bronzy look. I don't do a lot of work with it. I think anyone can achieve it. First shade that I'm going to use is the shade Paradise. Let me see. It's right there. So it's really light. I just use this as a blending shade in my crease just so the shadows can blend a little bit better. And I'm using a natural hair brush for this. My boyfriend was actually in here the other day and he was watching me do my makeup and he was like, why do you tap your brush every time? Like, that cracks me up. Is it just like a nervous tick? I was like, no. Like, maybe it is. Like, you probably don't have to do it, but that's just what I do and I've just developed the habit. Honestly, you can't even tell that that's on, but it'll make the shadows blend a little bit easier. Next thing that I'm going to do, I'm actually, I'm going to use the same brush. And I'm going to go in with the shade Starry in this palette, which is literally right beside that one. I've already used that. The Tarte symbol's already off of that. And put this in the crease. This is kind of the beginning of the look. I kind of put it down on the outer corner and blend it a little bit. I'm going to take this IT Cosmetics blending brush And I'm going to go into the shade Euphoria, which is right up from the shade Starry, and put it in the same exact place that I have been putting those other shadows, just a little bit tighter in the crease. And I don't have a crease whatsoever. I mean, you see my eyes are definitely hooded. So makeup for me is a little harder. Go back in with my first shadow brush and just kind of go over the edges a little bit. Go in the shade Festival, which is right here. Basically, I'm just taking, honestly, every shade of brown I can and putting it on the crease and outer corner before I go in with the Star of the Show, which is the lid shade that I love. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the lid shade. And that, I'm going to use the shade Joyous, which is right there. I like to put on lid shades with my finger because I feel like I can get it blended more. It may not be as intense when I blend it out with my finger, but I feel like if I do it with a brush, I can't get it very blended. For this look, I just like it to be all washed, kind of. It doesn't have to be like very glam. It can look a little bit messy. See, it's finally coming alive. See, close my eyes so you can see that. Now I'm going to throw Kindness around like confetti. And I have, like I said, I've broke every shade in this palette besides the one that I love to use for my eyes, which is Lucky Charm. It's the really pretty gold one. I also use a shade in this palette for my eyebrows. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Starry again on the It Cosmetic brush and pinch it and run it underneath my lash line. And then kind of blend that back up. You can see that. Right now it just looks, I mean, it looks very natural. I go in with the Infallible matte eyeliner. This is from L'Oreal. I'm just going to use the brown one. And I put this very lightly on the outer corner of my eye. Like literally just a tiny bit. Out there. And then I'm going to go in my waterline. And then I'm going to take the same thing and blend that out. Okay, now I'm going to do my brows. I like to do my brows and then my brow highlight. So I just use this angled brush and the Throat Kindness like confetti, and I use the shade Weekend to do my brows. I just draw a line underneath them. Just kind of outlining them where the natural hairs go. And then I take the rest, whatever's on the brush, and blend throughout it. This video might not be posted till like 3 weeks from now, honestly. And school starts back in 3 days. So I need to get it done before 3 days because I'm going to be so busy. And then to make that stick, I just take the Benefit normal eyebrow gel if I can get it open. Yeah. I'm almost out of this stuff too. But I love this. This stuff is super glue for your eyebrows. And it smells good too. I don't know if I'm the only one that's noticed that. But I think this stuff smells amazing. Not like anyone's gonna like smell your eyebrows, but at least when you put it on, it'll smell good. Okay. I'm gonna highlight my brow bone and inner corner. I'm gonna highlight my brow bone with the shade Pendant, which is just a really light white color in the palette with this little Bare Minerals brush. I'm going to highlight the inner corner with that same color. I've noticed shimmers in my inner corner just kind of come off because my eyes do water a lot, so they come off. So if I just do a matte, it works a little bit better for me. So if you have watery eyes like myself and you notice that, this might be your solution. Just figured it stays on a little bit better. And then go into the best mascara known to man. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. It is amazing. I got the shade Blackest Black. The only thing I don't like about this stuff is that it kind of dries out fast, but I can get over that because when I first get it, it's absolutely amazing. See, it is amazing. It actually makes me look like I have eyelashes, and it holds a curl very well. Like, even if I don't curl my lashes, sometimes I feel like it does better when I don't curl my lashes. And this is from the drugstore. So whenever you can find a product from the drugstore that is absolutely amazing, you should stick with it. I use quite a few things from the drugstore, actually. I just try to not use a lot of foundations because they tend to break my face out. But the only foundation that I'm obsessed with is the Infallible Pro Glow. That stuff is amazing. Doesn't break my face out. It's so good. But I have a hard time matching my skin in that foundation. I haven't found like a perfect spray tan shade that could also work when I'm pale. That's also why I use the Estee Lauder Wheat. So now I'm going to put this on my bottom lashes, which you definitely don't have to do. Okay, now for the fun part. I'm going to line my lips. Normally I use Max Spice, but you know, like I said, I lose everything and I have lost that. But it's really close to it. I use the Maybelline Color Sensational in Nude. I just got a new one of these, so it's really sharp. I overline just a little bit on my top lip. Just a teeny bit. I think the key to lining your lips too is go under where your lip folds, because if you go straight on it, there's still like a little line that you can see that your lips just naturally make. A little line in the center. So my lips are lined. Now I'm going to go in the shade Buxom Nude Exposure, which I love this so much. It's just the perfect peachy nude. I don't know if you can tell if that's in focus, but it's so pretty. See, now it looks like I actually have lips. And for highlight, I'm going to go in with the Becca Champagne Pop in the poured version. I feel like this doesn't really like accentuate my pores a lot. I really like it, but don't get me wrong, I'm still going to put another one over it. This is just the base that I like to use. Because if we're glowing, I want to be glowing. I like to put a little bit on the tip of my nose and down it. I'm going to use the Laura Geller in Portfonio. I have no idea. But it's just a really like white highlight that I think makes something really pretty in the winter. Okay, now since I don't have enough bronzer, I'm just kidding. I'm just going to go back in because I feel like I kind of lost it and all that with the color from the Tarte palette. Go back in. Then I like to go in with my L'Oreal eyeliner. And I have a little more right here that kind of gets covered up. So I just like to darken it again. Just to, you know, be you. Now for my favorite part, because we are almost done, is spraying the face. I'm going to use the Mario Badescu skincare. I just like this. I've not really noticed that it makes my makeup last longer. I just like it makes my skin look healthier, which I really like. Okay, so there you have it. If you like this video, if you think you would like to see more, please like and subscribe. I'm sorry that this one probably is going to be a little bit in shambles, honestly, because it's my first one, but I do feel like I can get better, and I loved filming this. I thought it was really fun. So if you like it, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see y'all again soon. Bye! Thanks for watching!